was talking to David on our way here that basically in the past week I've been very much obsessed with Grimes. She's an artist. Well, she used to be the wife of Elon Musk. Most likely you
Okay.
heard about it, yeah. They made the kid together, XA12.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
barcode.
exactly, the whole thing. The thing is that Grimes, I really like the kind of music she makes. She makes pretty much experimental electronic music, and I've been obsessed with a song called Genesis. So this song was pretty interesting. It was just kind of like all over the place. And then I went on YouTube and I started looking for like edits with this song, and all the edits were pretty much dystopic. Like they were portraying a dystopic life. Everything was pretty much like cinematic, blue and red, and people were fucking and getting drunk and doing drugs. And then I started looking up where are these movies seen from, and apparently they are from Euphoria. So I started watching Euphoria, and after like an hour, I stopped because I realized like the fact of even doing sex and like being obsessed over sex and doing drugs is not even the crazy part of our world, but what really made me realize the most that is sick is just our behavior. For example, you are in class, you're paying 200 euros, well, 2,000 euro a year for tuition fees, and instead of actually attending the class, you're looking to buy a pair of shoes which is only gonna do you 6 months and then throw them away. And then in the weekend, you're just gonna get completely wasted. So you get completely over your weekday life, which is completely boring. You fucking hate it, and you just wanna go yourself completely mad on drugs, alcohol, and not even sex, because you're not actually having sex, but you're just satisfying your sexual desire. This is what I actually found mad in the series.
Okay.
Does it make sense to you?
Do you think that that reflects the actual reality,
Yes, 100%.
our daily life?
Yes. I feel like this is the perfect reflection of our life. At least that I'm seeing here since I'm living abroad.
Yeah, because like in Italy, it's a little bit less like this
Okay.
because we tend not to like abuse of drugs, or I mean, the people that I know are not so much into like drugs or clubs or something else. But what I saw here is that a lot of guys do that. So I don't know, probably it's like this is like a way to escape. I mean,
It is complete. That's exactly the point that I wanted to get to. It is completely a way to escape. So the point that I'm trying to make is, well, I'm fucking low in this sun. Why do we need alcohol to talk to a person? Why do we need to go on a dating app to meet another person? Why do we even prefer a one-night stand over an actual relationship? It doesn't make sense to me that you are not a human anymore, and instead of actually just like going and talking to a person, you have to be drunk, and then you have the excuse, oh right, I'm drunk, I can make it. Or you can only meet people on a dating app, because going to the street, it would be awkward, it would be weird to just go to a random person you find interesting and say, yo, I find you interesting, do you have any free time, would you like to, I don't know, do something together, or I just want to know you. Or it would, what is actually the weirdest thing for me is the relationship wise, because it doesn't make sense to me that for one night you want to be my partner, you want to have all the affection of the world, we make out like crazy, we have the best night, and then in the morning you wake up and you go, right, I feel dirty, I want to go home. Why are we so much detached from affection? Why are we, there is even the meme on Instagram, I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm only looking for a casual thing. The only thing that I don't get is why most of the people look for a casual thing and not in a relationship. We are social beasts. Humans, as a definition, we are social beasts.
yeah.
How the fuck did we get away from being social beasts and becoming always more and more on your own? Does it make sense?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I got your point.
Okay.
And I think that the most people feel like this
Right.
are three.
Okay.
And the first thing is that we are getting lazier. It's difficult to go out.
Because you have to put effort, and we fucking
Yeah,
hate
exactly.
putting effort. But why do we hate putting effort?
Yeah, and one person could say, why do I have to just go out and
have the whole social interaction if I can do it on an app?
not the social interaction, is that you have to push yourself
Yeah.
to actually go to that person and say, I like you.
But that's how humans work. You're not supposed to stay behind the screen.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're getting lazier, weaker of
Yeah, like mentally weaker as well.
exactly,
Yeah.
and we constantly feel like we are judged by the others.
Yeah.
So this is like the triangle
Yeah.
of the core problem.
Yeah.
For this reason, people just say, "Oh, why don't?"
It's easier
to just use like some dating apps in which it's clear that people wants to meet.
Yeah, but I feel like dating app right now are just attention grabbing. You are on a dating app just because you want to know that someone actually desires you. It's more of like breadcrumbing. You're giving some bits and bots, and you're having back some bits and bots, and that's enough. Like breadcrumbing love. I'm gonna have the attention from dating apps. I'm gonna have the one night stand sex from going to club completely drunk, but you don't actually have the relationship. This is something. It's kind of like a relationship in bits and bots. If you want this, if you want attention, if you want to be desired, if you want to spend your time with someone, and you want to satisfy your sexual needs, why not be in a relationship?
Because like having a relationship is difficult. Because you
Yeah, but you can put effort into like
yeah
it's,
yeah but
it's,
I
it's
mean
like
I mean let me explain.
okay, yeah,
Let me
yeah,
explain.
right.
It's difficult for two main reasons. You have to merge each other
Uh-huh.
in like what's your daily life or what you do.
What's your style life?
And
Lifestyle,
accept like the other problems.
yeah.
And the second one is that you have to actually really like that person from exterior and interior part. It's hard to find like a person that actually suits you.
Right. Another thing that doesn't make sense to me is how did we end up not talking to people on the streets and just staying on our own, but then oversharing on a dating app or oversharing in general online? That person could be a 48-year-old divorced father who is just looking for a sexual night, but it could also be a 23-year-old plausible rapist and mass shooter, but you still don't know because you're not actually face to face. Could be a completely fake person. I was thinking about all of this yesterday when I was watching Euphoria, and what I wrote down is, am I the only one who sees the madness in all of this? Every night before going to bed, I ask myself, how did me and my race, humans, got to a point of literally dehumanizing themselves? What doesn't make sense to me is that we created machine to solve our problems. There is a problem that we cannot solve. Okay, fine, let's make a robot which will solve it. There is an issue that we cannot really find a way to get around. Nice, let's make an app for it. So people will go on it and the solution in some ways will appear thanks to the app. But this is kind of like techno-solutionism. Techno-solutionism is not the solution. The humans are the solution for a human problem, not technology. Honestly, I don't understand how we are not actually running a revolution. We are so anesthetized by media consumption, by the drug that we consume every day. And with drug, I mean cigarettes, weed, alcohol. Food can also be a drug. Media consumption.
We call that a joint. 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 We call that.
How is all of this enough for us to stop thinking about our long-term future and enough to just think about our short-term daily life? It doesn't really make sense in my mind that we are so much anesthetized by this that we completely don't care about the future and we just think about the daily impact that it has on our life. I don't know. I don't get any of this. It just feels surreal. We are anesthetized by our own creation, anesthetized by our own machine. It feels like we're living in auto mode, and we let something decide for us. We let an algorithm or a machine decide for us, rather than actually taking our own decision, because too much effort. Too much effort. Why spending so much effort if there is something that can do it for us? Right? Right? But you see the difference when a machine does it and when you do it. Why spending too much effort on something when a machine can do it and I can just stay in my bed, rot in my bed and watch Netflix all day, right? Way better to watch Netflix rather than putting actually your heart into something and doing something for your passion. Way better, way easier. I wish I had a word to describe this. I'm just truly sad and very much worried and terrified for my future. The future of the people around me, because I really care about them. And the future of the young kids who are right now not even able to hold a full conversation, but are already watching cartoons most of their day. I've done that, and I'm very much tired of that. Because after 2 hours, you feel already extremely tired and you just want to sleep. All my childhood was basically that. I was coming home from school, turn on the TV, watch cartoon, watch series. I loved Zoe 101, iCarly, Victorious, Fairly Odd Parents, Wizard of Waverly Place, Phineas and Ferbs. Yes, I love them. But if I had to choose between that and spending time outdoors, maybe spending time outdoors was a bit healthier of an habit, but I could not because it was not possible for my case. Because outdoor was dangerous and inside it was just easier to consume media. But I don't want the younger generation to go through what I've done, to go through what I felt. It does not feel right. Right now, I am outside and not in my room because it just feels right to me to spend time outside, connecting with nature in a way. It just feels better. Even though there is no fucking sun, it just feels way better to do this. There is only one thing that I have left on my phone that I wrote yesterday night before closing the note and going to sleep. And I would love to read this right now. And it is, can we just all text our friend we find cool and interesting? Most likely because they're mad or they're fucked. But most likely that's also why we like them. And ask them to meet in the park in 15 minutes. Or even just like literally right behind the house, downstairs, wherever you can. I can't even say I want to go back to live a simple life because that never happened. But I'd love to create an environment for a more simple life. We wake up, we tell our friends how we truly feel, we hang out with them without our phone, and we have a chill day without the heavy feeling of media overwhelming and dependency none of us actually like. It just happens because we have nothing else to do. And it wouldn't be bad to just spend time with your friend rather than doom scrolling your social media and feeling like shit for the 2 hours later. I know we can. I know we can text our friend and actually go to that more simple life. I know I can and I know you can. So I'll go text my friend and we're gonna hang out even though the sun is still about to get down. You'll go do the same. If you're watching this video, most likely you know me because we met somewhere in this lovely continent that we call house and we call Europe. And for some reasons, if we're still in contact, it means that we both care about each other. So the only thing that I can ask you is, you know that I want the best for you. So please, go live your fucking life, mate.